Well, that kind of looks like crap. Guess it's going back on the frame machine. Hey everyone, welcome back. Back to the F150 challenge. And today's challenge is to stay warm. It is about 10 degrees outside and we need to paint today. So I'm gonna battle trying to keep it warm in here tonight. But we're gonna do what we can. We got a cup of sealer mixed up, Omni obviously, about a G3, G4. We're gonna get a coat of sealer put on everything, let it flash, get some base, get some clear, get out of here. So hang tight. Well, hey everyone, welcome back to day 2. It's Tuesday of paint week, and we got the box done last night. We survived the cold weather. We actually maintained about 64 degrees in here. Tailgate's done, ready to go. The rear bumper pieces are in the back of the truck and ready to go. And today we gotta get the cab ready. Tonight we're painting this cab. So first step here, we gotta get a little guide coat on this cab corner here we've been working on. I did sand it all out and reprimed it again, fixed a bunch of spots I didn't like type thing. So we're just gonna get a quick coat of guide coat, let that flash for a couple minutes while we get the truck off the machine, and then we'll get to wet sanding. Wet sanding it is. 400 on the cab. We're going to go ahead and blend into the door just to eliminate the possibility of the color looking terrible. So 400 on there, 1,000 on the door, and get this thing in the booth. Well, it's a new day in the shop, Wednesday morning, and we are done painting for the most part. Got one thing I got to do. We'll talk about that a little later. But truck's obviously ready to be unmasked. Before I get on to assembly, we're going to get working on this tailgate real quick. As you can see, the box itself has a rather cheap spray-in bedliner, but it has a spray-in bedliner, and obviously the tailgate does not. So we went out to Menards here, grabbed a can of, well, I know what it is, Rust-Oleum truck bed pro grade, stops rust, blah, blah, blah. And it's just going to have to do for today. We're going to get a couple coats of this put on, and then from there, we're going to get the truck unmasked, and we will get to assembly and get this thing out of here. So hang tight while I finish this up. Well, we got the bed liner done on that or whatever, and we're going to let that dry for a little bit. And while that's sitting ready, before we put the box on, I'm going to address we don't have any power mirrors. Mirrors don't work, and they don't fold. Okay, that's one thing. And they don't match. The washing it last night, this side's gray, the other side's black. So I don't know what's going on, but they don't power fold, they don't move, they won't adjust. According to the internet, Fuse 7 runs the mirrors and the memory seat. The memory seat works. The fuse is good. So we're going to dig into the switch. What's up, buddy? All right, back to it. I'd take a little break there. Doyle was bringing up some parts and lost one. You believe that? He lost an entire hood. Doyle. Anyways, they'll find it. And the switch is plugged in. I was really hoping it wasn't plugged in. Oh well, let's see what we got here. Alright, so we just went out and robbed the switch out of the blue F150, which is probably not the same part number because I don't think that was a power fold mirror truck, but the plug's the same. Hey, that mirror works. Oh, look at that. Mirror figured out, obviously it's just a bad switch, luckily, so that part's done. Now on to getting the box ready to go on. But I ordered a new harness for the bumper, I ordered a new harness for the camera, but I did not order the harness for the taillights, and the left side's damaged. So we are basically taking two harnesses and making one. So I need the plugs from the left taillight area. So the wiring harness that is in the blue truck does not have a backup camera, so this harness is no good. So I'm robbing the plugs off of that harness, putting them on my original harness, which was damaged on the left side. And of course the colors don't match. So this one's pretty simple. That was only two wires, doesn't matter which way it goes. We need to figure out, and it looks like the plugs are the exact same. I don't see any difference in them. So I just need to figure out which wire goes where and try to make sense out of it. So I would assume they're all wired the same. So black is ground, yellow is one, and purple. Interesting. Worst case, we're going to end up taking it apart and switching some wires because I don't know exactly which wires do what yet. All right. Get them shrink down there. Weather tight. Alright, let's see. Okay, camera, lights, plate lights, good to go. Alright. moving on. And I believe this has to go on first. I don't think there's enough room in there once the filler neck is in to get that in there, because it's a tight fit. Hey, right here, might as well put it on. Slides on somehow. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Let's get it set up and get it ready to go. So evidently, I left my bed lift outside in that gray box. And yeah, it's 9 degrees outside, so this thing's freaking cold. Well, anyways, I'm gonna get this thing put in. A lot of people don't know that if you can just pick these things up, they jack up by themselves. Look at that. Little trick. Saves you a lot of pumping. Anyways. Get the card out. So this kit is just it's a kit that I bought from I think it's Auto Body Tool Mart a long time ago. It's like $500 or $600 for the whole kit. Gave you the stand and the lift, and it is a lifesaver. Put it on boxes if your engine hoist cooperates, which mine is not right now. Come on. It needs to, I mean, I need to get at least these 2 fingers in there like that, as I can down here. So the top of the box needs to go back maybe 3/8 of an inch, I'd say. Which the only way to accomplish that is to put it back on the machine, rack it back up, and then we're gonna have to pull them rails down, which makes total sense. I mean, the thing was hit, it was hiked up, so it is what it is. But I can't put it back on the machine right now because the new Rogue's on the machine, so I might as well get that started first, because that doesn't need much. That just needs a little love, and that thing can be out of here. So we are going to continue on with this. We're not going to bolt the box on because I don't want that to go with the rails when I bend them, but I am going to put the tailgate on because honestly, I'm just sick of tripping over it. So we're going to set it on there, latch it up. It shouldn't be in the way. Rear bumper will not go on, but I don't have the parts for that anyways. I'm waiting for the wiring harness for that. So let's get the tailgate put on and finish up a few things. We'll be done with this one for now. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get this on by myself, but we are going to try. It's not a tailgate step, so it doesn't have all that extra weight. It's supposed to be a tailgate step, but that ain't happening, because I'm not paying for that. Anyways, let's see what we can do here. It's all about finding the sweet little spot for that guy. And I don't think that was that bad, but I gotta be ready to catch it. I don't have strikers in there. Like, why ain't it latching? Yeah, I never put strikers in. Let's put the strikers in. Probably work a whole lot better with these in there, huh? Well, I don't hate the way that works. Opens and closes nice, so we're gonna go move on here. And I always put this on first. Then you gotta take it back off because this actually goes on first. So this time I'm gonna remember. And this is the first one I've ever ordered aftermarket. So let's see if it fits. Which right now I'm saying, oh, he's a little warped. Wow. Okay. That wasn't annoying at all. So the plastic is supposed to be straight and it's rolled in from shipping, I'm assuming. So we're going to try to adjust it. Does this void the warranty, Jeremy? If it is, I'm going to delete this from the video. Sorry about the compressor turned on. I swear that thing's got a mind of its own. Just turns on whenever it wants, shuts off. Super annoying. Perfect. Okay, so all that frustration trying to figure out which socket is what, they're both the same. They both got the same bulbs in them. So, I guess we don't really have to get too excited about that anymore, do we? Oh. You know what? It's not going to work. You know why? Because it isn't plugged in or grounded. That's all down here. Okay. Who is it? This guy and this guy. Hey, look at that. Got brake lights. See if we got our reverse lights. Yes and yes. Okay, so taillights and everything work. Hey, look at that. It's broke. Glad you told me that, you idiots. Whatever. Screw this one in. There it goes. Well, guys, it's been a long day. I've been at this thing pretty much all day, wrapping up knickknacks. We got the, we obviously figured out that the mirror switch was bad. Pulled one out of the blue truck, put it in there. Mirrors work. Good to go. Did pull the passenger mirror off, found out that is an Amazon mirror. It's not a Ford mirror, but it does technically work. So I pulled it apart, painted the top cap gray so it matches the other side, so it at least looks like it belongs on the truck. That's good there. We got the flares put on. Those are just aftermarket. I got off Amazon or eBay, simply because I didn't want to drill all the holes in the box side, because that's pretty much what causes them to rust in the first place. So we threw on a set of aftermarket ones. They fit like aftermarket ones. I spent like 3 hours getting my total blip handed to me by the four-wheel drive unit. The four-wheel drive does not work. It says delayed shift, blah, blah, blah. Screw it, couldn't figure it out. Pulled the motor off. Motor's not spinning. Went out, climbed underneath my Expedition that's laying out in the gravel. It's 10 after 10 right now, just so you know, at night, and it's frickin' cold out. Pulled the motor off from underneath that Expedition, because it's the same as an F-150. Threw it in the F-150, still doesn't work. Went back, rechecked the fuses, checked the fuses again, checked this fuse, checked that fuse. Finally noticed that the fuse that I've been checking is in fuse spot 19. Fuse spot 20, which does not have a fuse in it, is the four-wheel drive motor. So what's 19? 19 is an upfitter switch. This truck doesn't have upfitter switches. Pulled the fuse out. Sure enough, there's only one terminal in that location. That fuse doesn't do nothing. Somebody took the frickin' four-wheel drive fuse out of spot 20, put it next to it in 19. Why'd you do that? I don't frickin' know. Whatever. Put it in. Four-wheel drive works perfect. But I just threw in a rusty old motor out of my Expedition. So back under the truck. Take the motor back out. Put the original motor back in, because this is a Southern truck. It's actually really clean underneath. Put together, four-wheel drive works. So like I said, it's 10 after 10. The only thing we got left to do is to fix this frickin' stupid box. I'm not happy with this gap. This gap at the top needs to open up at least a ½ inch. It seems like a lot, but you got to consider we're taking that over 6 foot of bed. You know, we're going to bend that frame down probably 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch in the back. So let me show you what we're doing here. There were some people asking in the last video how I did it. So this might change, but my first attempt, I have a chain from each tow hook going down to the frame machine, just like we did in the first time. And basically I'm cheating. I have one 3-ton jack under each side of the truck at the point of the frame where I want the frame to not bend. I want to bend from there back. I don't want anything to happen from there forward. So that's basically my pivot point, like a seesaw, you know what I'm saying? And then back here, I got 2 towers on. That's going to give me what? 20 ton of pull in a straight down fashion. And like I said, I don't think it's going to take much, but by using both towers at the same time, it's going to put the same amount of pressure on both rails and bring it down together. And basically, we're just going to bend this bastard until that box looks the way I want it to look. So we're going to get set up and get this done, because like I said, it's well after 10 on a Thursday night and I am done. But besides the rear bumper, which I'm still waiting on a piece, this truck is done. So let's just bend some crap and be done. So basically the plan is to pull it till that gap does what I want, and then we'll just release it. Better, but it's not quite there yet. Oh, we're gaining. Yeah, I couldn't get my fingers down between there before. But I got to restabilize a few things. So, okay, so I made a couple changes to the jacks, and then I put my 3rd tower on the front of the truck, holding it forward, because basically as I'm pulling, it's trying to pull the truck down and back, and I don't want that. So now the truck has to stay where it is. It can't slide on the jacks basically, but still, I don't know how these jacks are going to take this. I mean, that's where I want it, right there. got some power on that thing. Jeez. Well, I think I can live with that. Well, it's done. Mostly done. I'm about done, I'll tell you that. No more rear hits for me. I'll stick to my front hits. They're a lot easier to work on. I thought this would be a quick flip, but I was wrong. I'm about 3 weeks into this thing. I got about $7,600 total in it, so it's gonna even out at the end of the day. I don't know what I'm gonna sell it for. It's just a matter of who's gonna pay me how much for it. I don't know what it is, but I got a few things to finish up yet. I'm waiting on the driver's seat to show up so I can fix the mechanism. I'm waiting for the wiring harness for the rear bumper for the backup sensors. I'm going to take it to Jamie and have him throw the scanner on it. It's just got a weird little idle to it. I just want to see if there's anything we can do about that. And other than that, we're going to get this thing detailed, get it on the marketplace, and get it out of my life, because it's a nice truck, but these tires suck. They are so freaking noisy. I don't know how anybody drives trucks like this every day, all day. They drive me crazy. I hate tire noise, and they're loud, but it is what it is. They're almost bald. I'm not going to put tires on it simply because I'm probably just going to throw something cheap on it. The next guy might want big mudder tires on it. I don't know. I'd rather knock the price down and sell it needing tires and let you decide what tires you want to put on it. That's my theory on tires. Other than that, the brakes are good. It drives good, runs out good. It's just got a little bit of weird idle to it, and a couple little details to fix. The 4-wheel drive's working, the mirrors are working, everything seems to be happy, no lights on the dash. So I think this one is, for the most part, done. So anyways, we are going to get back to the shop. We're going to get tearing that Nissan Rogue apart, because I need to make up some time. I need a quick flip. I don't know how long it's going to take to move this truck. I figure I got at least another week before it's ready to go for sale, because like I said, a couple little trinkets to work out on it yet, and we're still waiting on a couple parts. So we're going to get working on the Rogue, get that thing ready to go, and get that thing flipped. So anyways, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.